The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
Yo, yo, yo! Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Allen and DJ Show. And I'm Allen.
And this is your boy, DJ.
DJ, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
William J. Smith, how you feeling out there, Dirty?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I am too, man. You know, today I really would joke about, you know, the deers and all that good stuff, man. But today I think I'm going to do something a little different, man. Today is just calls for a serious matter. And I won't put this person out there or their name, but they gave me the permission to somewhat go into this. And, you know, maybe you might have a friend or somebody that might be going through something like this. Drug addiction, should I say. Excuse me. And this is so important, DJ.
Yeah,
you know, like a lot of people out here in the world struggling with that, man.
Yeah, especially drug addictions. But they struggle with addictions, period, like any type of addictions.
Yeah.
But the main topic we're going to focus on today is just drug addictions.
So today, we're going to focus on just, you know, drug addiction today because we feel like that's the biggest one of them all. But we also going to break down some next week as far as like gambling addiction, food addiction, porn addiction, sex addiction, you name it. You know, we're going to like dive deep on all that in the upcoming weeks. But right now we really want to talk about this one right here because this is a serious matter. And I know one of my dirties right now, he getting some help today. So, you know, that's good. Yeah, you know, the first step he did was make the commitment. And that's never easy, man.
No.
So let's go and dive into bullet point number one, man. We're going to talk about personality changes and sudden moods.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one, man, because, like, people go through this all the time with any type of addiction, even with like, drug addiction. Not only that, but, like, with any type of addiction, like they go through these mood swings, they go through personality changes, which meaning like they go through mood swings, which meaning like some days they might be happy, some days they might be sad, depending on the usage that they use. But like also people don't understand that certain drugs trigger certain attributes about them.
Oh, now break that down, DJ.
All right. I'm gonna break it down because like that might have went over a few people's head. Like certain people that might take a certain drug might get happy, as opposed to like somebody that takes that same drug and might get sad off of it. Yeah. But it depends. But the drug depends on the person and the reaction that they get from that particular drug.
I agree, man. You know, and this is a serious matter, man, because, you know, like, once this person don't have the drug in their possession or in their use, you notice a change. Like, I remember watching certain family members when I was growing up, or, you know, seeing certain friends that was on this or strung out on it. And they all happy-go-lucky when they have it, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if it could be anything like that's like addictive as far as the drug use. Or it's like maybe like a hardcore drug. But the moment that they don't have it, like man, I don't feel like talking right now. Or you just, you know, bug out on you for no reason. Or just get agitated. Bro, I don't know, bro. Man, you know what I'm saying? Hurting and stuff. And, you know, you like, man, you know, dang, dirty. Like, I wish I can do something for this cat, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to enable them. So, you know, like it's cool to experience certain mood changes. Like it's normal, like have shifting moods, like you know, like at certain times of your life, like puberty, menopause, maybe grieving a loved one. It's common to experience shifting moods, but however, in these cases, these mood changes can be temporary. But when you're dealing with long-lasting shift moves, like mood swings, like dealing with somebody who's cool one minute, then they become another personality the next minute. And in like the area of the brain, I think that's called amygdala or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Okay.
But I know that helps regulate mood states along with other things. But that is like a sign of addiction, though, when a person has like longer mood swings.
Yeah.
And they're just like really mad for like no reason.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. Like that's deep, man. That's real deep. But the crazy, like I got an example though. Like the crazy thing that I witnessed, and like I'm not gonna put this dude name out here like that for the sake of the podcast, but this dude, like the coolest dude in the world, when he's when he's sober and when he's not on what he's on, coolest guy in the world, mellow, chilled, doesn't bother nobody, none of that.
Right.
But when he has that substance in his system, something goes off in his head and he reacts in a way that you never expected that person to act.
Yeah.
And it happened like 2 months ago, like to the point to where like he got kicked out of this establishment that we was in. What happened, like he was sober, he was chilling, he was cool.
Mm-hmm.
He went out, he was like, I'm gonna go out for a minute, I'll be right back. I was like, all right, cool. Man, he came back, eyes bloodshot red. He looked like he was tired. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, like somebody came in and they kind of looked at a little like flamboyish. And for some reason it triggered him to the point to where like he got up and just started snapping on him, and he was calling them all types of names, and came to the point to where like he pulled out like a knife on dude.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, bro, like this man doesn't never do this ever in life, but something happened from when he went outside to when he came back inside,
triggered something.
and it triggered something. I don't know if it was something repressed and he all of a sudden let it out or what happened, but that shows you the side effects, or it even shows you how powerful that substance was in his system and how it reacts to people that don't react like that.
Man, yo, like that's deep, man, and it's crazy you mentioned that because I experienced something like that before too. Seeing one of my other dirties go through this, man, it's like, and like y'all gotta pay attention to signs like that, like you know when a person get really agitated or you know like they really like, and then when they take it, some people become more relaxed. Some people like to chill and be mellow when they take their stuff or get that drug use, and some get like real argumentative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's a lot of different things going on. And I think that's called amygdala, in which is, like, it affects other brains of the area that cause, like, mood disorders. And symptoms may arise when the person is intoxicated or doing with withdrawals. So, that can be very dangerous, man. You know, because, like, me seeing this my whole life, you know what I'm saying, from certain family members to some of my family members' friends been intoxicated, or been around some of my friends, like my own self that I used to be around. You know, it's like it could get so addictive that to the point where you know, like you'll get to lying to your friends, you get to making up anything just to get some money.
Yep.
You know, and then you know, like it hurts, man, because you like, yo, I know what that person going through. You know, like I can't experience their pain to that degree, but I know what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I experienced it by watching other people do it. And that makes me always be like, yo, I never want to do that, man. But we're going to talk about bullet point number 2, man. And that's explain anxiety and depression.
Oh, yeah, this is good, man.
So, you know, to me, when I'm, you know what I'm saying, being around a person who's dealing with like an illegal substance or like big time drug use, whether if it's, you know, methamphetamine or anything like that, or you know what I'm saying, heroin or different type of, you know what I'm saying, like medications, pills or anything like that. What I notice a lot is like they get to like having like this epiphany where they feel like, man, like I feel bad, bro. Like I'm losing my family. Other people are growing close with each other, and you experiencing that because your body or your addiction won't let you be around. Like, you can only do certain things for the moment. But as, like, that drug get to wearing off, and then you looking at your life going into shambles, bills are piling up. Now you like, dang, man. Depression kicks in.
Yeah. And what happens when people like go through this cycle is that they randomly become depressed. Like sometimes they don't even know why they're depressed. Like they just get in that state and just all of a sudden it just grows deeper and deeper and deeper to the point to where like you have to use the substance to have some type of state to get you back in balance with your life. And like what it also does is like Al said before, it makes you look at life. It makes you look at their life and they see nothing but negativity, but they also look at their life and see themselves as a failure.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, as you get to like looking at your life on example, like everyone feel anxious or depressed every now and then. This life, the world that we living in, this great game that we call life. Everybody gonna go through things sometimes, or you know what I'm saying, even like mental health, like you know what I'm saying, symptoms. Like everybody gonna experience that, but it's way different than experiencing like when you're doing drug use. Drugs can also cause anxiety, depressions for some of the same reason, but they impact moods. And in addiction, moods can get like depression, also cause amygdala, which regulates feelings of stress, including anxiety. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like fluctuating levels of chemicals that goes to the brain, and that's why when some people take certain drugs, they flip. It's like a switch.
Yeah.
And you be like, man, what did you want? Like, bro, like, is you good?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't good, man. You know what I feel about you right now? And it's like everything just they going into shambles. But then like once that drug get to wearing off, they really don't know what they just did.
Yeah, that's just like what my guy just witnessed.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, they really don't know what they just did, but they just went off, and you like, yo, whatever this person had, they is not they self.
Yeah.
Whether if it's uppers, downers, like some people get real, hey, give me, and you like, yo, like, calm down, my G. I don't know what you had, but man, I don't know what you got going on. You know what I mean? But it's true. Like, and people can get on drugs because of depression. Like, you don't know what somebody's going through. So that's why I always say, I feel you. Who am I to judge your situation? I don't live your life. I don't know what you're going through. But my thing is always, and I always say this, DJ, we can't focus on the problem. We have to focus on the solution. And the solution is trying to figure out a way where we can get you help.
Yeah. And what also happens when somebody falls into this state of depression and when they resort to the substance abuse is also the memories that were repressed in their mind for years and years and years all of a sudden resurface. And when they resurface, that's when the lashing out and the reactions happen. And then also the bad memories or a death in the family is the reason why it draws the depression even more deeper.
Yeah, because maybe unexplained anxiety and depression could have came from somebody's childhood. Somebody could have witnessed abuse in the house.
Yep.
Somebody could have been sexually abused. Like, you don't know what people go through and that trauma that they have to live with. So some people only escape is drugs.
Yep.
And I don't condone that or agree with it, but I have to say in that moment, I get you, I feel you. But we had to figure out a way to get over it, because what it does is it causes neurotransmitters. And let me break that down. Neurotransmitters is more like a chemical that releases in the brain, and over time the brain becomes more sensitive to neurotransmitter effects, which leads to low mood, anxiety, and other mental health symptoms. So like it brings you to a more serious depression, and a more serious depression, then you're going down into a more serious depression, then eventually you get to thinking suicidal thoughts.
Man, that's crazy, man. Like, and it gets that deep, man.
Yeah.
Like, it really does get that deep. Like, and I think a lot of it was, like, what my friend went through was because, like, a lot of it was repressed memories.
Yeah.
And repressed stuff that he went through and traumas that he went through while he was in service, and now that he came out of being in service, that now he doesn't know how to cope with life.
Yeah, man, like and that's never easy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like like everybody experience things, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, like you don't know what that person
don't know
experienced
what
when
that
he
person going
when he
through.
was in war.
exactly. So I can't say, hey, bro, you need to give me that. You shouldn't be doing that, even though you shouldn't be doing that, and I don't condone it. But I can't judge you for what you've done already, because it already happened. You swallowed it or you shot it up in you. It already happened. I can't control that part. But what we can do is we can't control how we're going to move forward with this. Like, let me help you out without judging you. You know what I'm saying? Because people look at stuff like that now, like, man, I can't talk to you. Like, you going to look at me like I'm an addict. All you going to do is judge me like my family dirty. Look, whoever you are out there, I swear I'm with you. Think about that. Me, DJ, you know what I'm saying? William J. Smith, man, we with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy. And sometimes you feel like you're all alone in this world, and that brings us serious anxiety and depression. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like, dang, like, don't nobody believe in me, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody, you know what I'm saying, want to be around me, and I'm just the biggest screw up in my life. But it's easy to stand that energy forever, but now we got to start figuring out, like, perimeters where we can start working our way out of it, which is bring us to point number 3, DJ.
Yeah.
And I want you to break this down for me. Changes in the physical appearance.
Oh yeah, man. This was a good one too, because like what it does is that you start to look older than your actual age.
Ooh, say that again, Dirty.
Like what happens when you take a substance over time, you start to age physically, which meaning that when you age physically, you start to look older than your actual age. So like if somebody be like, what do you look like? You look like you're 52, but really you're 42, then that's not a good thing, man.
Yeah. Like when a person take care of their physical appearance, it's always an act of self-care, right?
Yep.
But when people become more depressed, or they might even start neglecting their appearance because of whenever depression or even like ignoring act of self-care could also be a sign of somebody using drugs. So pay attention to stuff like that. So let's say, for an example, if you see a particular chick that you knew, she always stayed dazzled. She always kept her hair done. She always had grooming. As far as like a dude, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the dudes out there, like he always kept his beard shaped up. Hair was always crispy. Then you start to notice like a sign of, man, this dude don't keep himself up as much, or man, this cat had on the same shoes for about 7 months. What's going on with this dude?
Yeah.
Or, this dude really starting to not smell as good, you know what I'm saying, as good as he used to, or she not on point as much as she used to.
Yeah.
That's a sign of drug use.
Yep. And then like what also happens when it comes down to the physical changes too is like it can like physically like work against you, because what happens is like you start to lose strength, man, because you get too lazy to work out. So the stuff that you used to know how to do, you can't do it no more, or it's harder for you to do it because now you have the substance in your system. But also like what also happens physically is that you get bags under your eyes, man.
Yeah.
Your skin dries up. You get redness in your eyes.
Oh.
Body starts to ache, and you get wrinkles in your skin.
Because that comes from dehydration. So you're not hydrating your body as much. You know what I mean? Like you poisoning your body with a lot of substance, and a lot of addiction hacks in the brain is motivated from what we call centrates, and these are changes that's in the brain that can affect a person to believe that the drug is very crucial for their survival. And this focus on pertaining on the use of drugs is more important than taking care of their physical appearance. So let me break that down. So let's say if you're on heroin, right? And you like, yo, I know I need a haircut, but man, like, bro, like, man, my body aching, nose running and everything, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to be more important? You gotta feed that body.
Yeah.
You gotta get that body what it needs. And that's when you start to neglect yourself. And somebody be like, man, like, you know, I ran into such and such at the store, and man, she don't look as good as she used to. Like, man, I wonder if that sister all right. She looked at like she, you know, she like she going through some things. And people could be going through things. That's why, you know, you just can't judge somebody. You don't know what they're going through. Sit down and have a conversation with them before you can really start saying, hey, like, man, that person looks super bad, and you get to just talking about them. You know what I mean? And that stuff really affects people, man. Like, it affects, like, for an example, like, studies had even shown that flourished cheekbones and redness around the mouth and the nose, all that stuff start to change among people when they have like drug addictions. Like, let's say you have like a more rounder face, cheekbones real puffy and all that, like, oh, that goes away. Because it's eating away everything, and it's causing like a lot of dehydration. Yeah. So now, like, as you had that once that nice glow to your skin, now it's turning like real dry and dull.
Yeah. And like Al, me and you witnessed this same example. I'm not gonna say like where we was at or anything like that for the sake of the podcast, but like we was in a situation where like we was around somebody that we knew he was on something because the way he was acting in that moment. Yeah. Like it was to the point to where like he had a blanket on him, he was shivering, then he kept yelling. Like yelling to himself, like, because that's how much pain he was in, because he was aching for that drug, because he didn't have it in his system, and whatever other drug that he took to numb the pain didn't work because he was so addicted to that drug.
He was so addicted to that drug, and you know, like, that was actually sad, man. You know, like, that's sad to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, our brothers and sisters go out like that, or just people in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad, man, because, like, that dude was you could tell he was, like, at a point of, like, no return. Yeah. It's like, yo, this is it. This is my life. This is what I chose. You know, he kept sleeping on the floor. He'd get up. He'd try to lay in the chair. He'd stretch out on the chair. And then, like, he'd put a blanket on. He's like, just making all these funny noises.
Yeah. And he kept waking up.
It kept waking up. That addiction make you do anything. Yeah. There was actually 3 people in there that was was some type of addiction.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And you know, that's something serious. And then it also caused which my next bullet point, weight changes, man.
Absolutely. Like, it definitely causes that. Like, what'll happen is, like, and I see this a lot, is like people will get like when they have like substances in their system, what'll happen is they'll get the urges to eat, which meaning like they trying to soak up either alcohol or they trying to soak up any other drug that's in their system to satisfy their hunger or their hunger pains, I should say, or to the point to where like they'll overeat and excessively gain weight, as opposed to somebody that might take a drug and might get to the point to where like they might not eat enough to where like they start to lose weight.
Yeah, because that drug becomes way more important. Yep. You know, it's like I told you before, like it gets to the point where you start to neglect your physical appearance, then like your weight start to change. You be like, yo, this drug or food? Yeah. Which one you gonna choose? You know, like you gonna like, yo, like, I need to get this drug in my body. Yep. And sometimes like you want to be high all day that you don't even think about eating. And those are like signs of addiction. You know, like gaining or losing weight is normal as a part of life. Like people gain weight or lose weight, but gaining weight or losing weight for the healthier reasons though, right? Yep. But suddenly explain like a significant weight loss too fast, you like, yo, that person dropping weight too fast, or man, she don't look right, or man, you see this dude, man, his face is that's a sign of drug addiction. And you know, some type of mental health disorder as well, because the weight is just fluctuating and it's like going up and down, but it's in a bad way. And you know, it hacks something to the brain, which is the Surete that I talk about. It hacks the what they call that, the motivational center to the brain. Yep. And as a result, a person feels more motivated to seek more drugs, because now like they feel like as that body then latch on to that part of the brain, it's like, I gotta have it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't feed that body, you're gonna know. Because I done had people told me it felt like 12 people jumped you. Yeah. Yeah, and you're absolutely right about the weight gain and the weight loss, as far as like
like when the weight changes. Because what happens is like they start to either gain a lot of weight or they lose a lot of weight. Like, so like you'll see people like that used to be skinny, they end up getting fat, and you see fat people end up getting skinny depending on the substance that you take. And I didn't notice this, and like from a lot of people that drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And what happens is like when they drink and they consume so much alcohol, they get to the point to where like they start to get beer bellies and beer guts, where like they start to look like, have you ever heard like the Santa Claus belly and stuff like that? Like they get to that state to where like they drink so much and the yeast in their body is inflating the stomach to expand, and when that stomach expands, it's gonna stay in that place until you stop.
And that's funny you mentioned that, DJ, because that's attacking the visceral fat.
Yeah.
And that's like the hardest fat to lose, guys, if you guys don't know what that means. So like that's like pretty much like the last fat that goes. Mm-hmm. And that's like stuck to the organs and all that of your body.
Yeah.
But great point, DJ. Great point, man.
Oh yeah, cause like I see it like when I'm out, and I see people like, even though like they'll be skinny, but you see them with the big belly or the big gut, you be like, yeah, that person was drinking, because like ain't no way you that skinny but you got a belly.
Yeah, it's like that big. Like you look like you 7 months pregnant.
Yep. I see it all the time, bro. Like
Yes,
I go out a lot and I see it all the time.
Oh yeah, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like some drugs can cause weight loss like way more significant than others. You know what I'm saying? And the appetite and nutrients exorbitant. So for an example, like cocaine, methamphetamine, alcohol use known as like suppressants, or like even like antisuppressants, which it could kill the appetite. And other drugs could regulate the body to absorb nutrients from food. So that's when the weight loss happens, because that drug is eating the nutrients away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So then your body become more dependent on the drug than it does food. Mm-hmm. And you're going to know when your body need that drug.
Oh, yeah.
And which brings me to my next one. I want to talk about when people really like get to the point where now they addicted, they hooked on now. They just like, yo, this is it. This is my life. This is what I want to do. Sometimes it could cause extreme fatigue or laziness.
Absolutely. Like I see that a lot too. Well, it gets to the point to where like they don't even want to do activities that they used to do. Or I see this a lot, and like people start to miss days of work.
Yeah.
Or they'll oversleep for work.
Yep. Because then it got blazed out so much the night before that they oversleep. And then you start neglecting your responsibilities. Or like if you was once on a softball team, or, you know, hey, man, you coming to the bowling league tonight? You know what I'm saying? We on the bowling league, man. We doing our thing. Woo. Oh, nah, man, like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know, like they get to looking bad. So now they losing weight. They been depressed. You're like, dude, like, is you all right, man? Like, dirty. Like, you know, you can talk to me about anything. Oh yeah, man, I'm cool, man. But hey, bro, like, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. You start looking like, dude, something is not right with this cat.
Yep.
And you know, when y'all do play, let's say a game of bowling, and he decides to come out, then you start seeing how fatigued he getting. You like, man, dirty. Like, you sure you cool? Oh yeah, I'm good, man. Or man, go and bowl my next 3 for me. Then he got this excessive sweat and he yarning a lot. And once you start to yarn a lot, that means that the body needs an opiate or needs some type of a heroin, because now the body is starting to show signs of addiction. It's going through withdrawals. Mm-hmm.
And like what also happens with that person when they become lazy is that they start to like you said before, Al, they start to decline offers to hang out with their friends, or they start to go outside less, and like they even don't want to do work. Like when they are at work, they really don't want to do work.
Yeah, like you know, because the body won't let them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Let's call it a spade a spade. Like the body won't let them. Like they want to do it, you know what I'm saying? But then you start, no, or you know, just constantly leaning over, going like this, like, oh yeah, man, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Just constantly sneezing. Then it's the,
yeah,
yarning a lot, you like, yeah, that person need an opiate.
And Al, we actually witnessed this, like when we was coming up with the topics for the show. We went to this place to eat, right?
Yeah.
And like at the first moment, this lady, the bartender came in and she was all happy and excited, right?
All happy and excited. Show
Then we got our food and we started eating it or whatever, and like we was there for a few hours, and then when it was almost time for us to go, and that was like 2.5 hours later, she basically had no energy.
Had no energy. She started getting real crabby.
Yep.
And I'm like, you good? Yeah. Do you want another one? You like
you was all happy before.
Right,
What happened, bro?
Like, dirty. Like, you good? Started to sniffle. Then she yarning a lot. And there was one she kept going like this with her back, like, just yarning. I'm like, yeah, because you get to knowing the signs. And then she started talking about how she was running out of her medication.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, something ain't right. But I try to do this without casting judgment on nobody, because I don't really know what it really was. But you see those type of signs and symptoms, you're about not too far off. Like, you pretty much know what they are. And it causes extreme laziness. Like, sometimes, stimulus can be the opposite effect. Like, it can increase activity in the brain and spinal cord, which is withholding you from these type of drugs, which may feel in extreme fatigue. So, you know what I'm saying, certain drugs now that you taking, like, all you want to do is just get that drug and chill.
Yep.
You don't be bothering with nobody. Like, the things that you once used to do in your life, you start cutting it out because the drug becomes more important. And man,
yeah.
It brings me to the next point, DJ. Isolation, withdrawing from normal socializing.
Man, that's deep, man. This one is really deep, man, because like what happens is, like, once that drug is in your system, it takes over you, and when it takes over you, you start to withdraw from people, and when you start to withdraw from people, then people irritate you, and it gets to the point where, like, you don't even want to be around them because you think in your head they might judge you or try to offer help, or they don't mentally understand what you're going through.
Yeah. So, like, when people start to, like, withdraw from, like, just the world out here in general, or start to withdraw from family and friends, it's a sign of, like, man, you know what? I know I look bad, because they ain't dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they know they look bad. They want you to remember them as you want you to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I done seen family members, and I done seen, like, you know what I'm saying, certain friends come around, a tooth be missing, hair not cut like it once used to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Beard super scruffy. And you like, man, what's up with this cat? Dirty? And like, is he all right? And, like, you start knowing what it is. And, like, they're not dumb. Like, they know you looking at them like that. And they just rather get their drug and just be isolated from the world because, like, they fear some type of anxiety, depression, and some type of, like, self-pity for themselves. And other times, withdrawing from friends and family is the symptoms of the brain changing as far as, like, drug abuse. And drug abuse in the brain is called what he calls, again, SIRT, which is responsible for motivating people to do things that they enjoy. But instead, it reverses the opposite way when you take the drug. It hacks the drugs, like, I guess, like a brain concept. And what it does is, like, it kind of triggers, like, a different chemical in the body that makes you be like, you know what? I want that drug. When you once used to maybe want to play basketball, or, you maybe was into music real hard, but now that drug is all you could think about because it hacked the brain, SIRT. So now you're like, yo, I need that drug.
Yeah.
Or two, you start going through withdrawal so bad you start snapping on people. I don't care what you find me. Give it to me. I need it out here, bro. And you'll see the people do that, dog. See people do that, man. Like, true story. Like, I had one of my homies, man. Like, he did me like that before, and I'm like, dang, man. I felt bad, but I can't take you to the clinic that day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm order for you to survive. Yeah, you got to go get something. But how long is we gonna keep doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta figure out the solution, DJ.
Yeah, and like what isolation also does is it also leads to the loss of friends and family because you're so isolated, you're so to yourself to where like, or you keep your feelings bottled up for so long to the point to where like you don't want to let nobody in. You don't even want nobody around you, let alone you don't want nobody in your personal business. You don't want nobody in your life. And then also isolation, like people also get to the point to where they isolate from work to where like they either be to themselves at work all the time to where like if somebody asks them a question, they'd be like, no, I just want to be alone. And they just ask you a simple question to the point to where like they'll stop going to work because they hate people asking them so many stupid questions.
Yeah.
Or they might even like have a business partner and they might isolate themselves from that.
Big time.
From them.
Big time, man. And, you know, like the signs of that, like, you know, like we talked about before, calling in to work.
Yep.
Coming in extremely late. And you're like, dude, dirty look, man. You 2 hours late. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But they might have to try to find that drug so they can get their body functioning to come to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just like, and then like as you start to see like the signs shift, like maybe they had a burst of energy in the morning, then they feel real tired. The excessive yarning.
Yep.
Then that's just sitting around in chairs, or they're just like holding their head on their forehead. You know, like, oh my God, my head. Yeah, that's a sign of drug addiction.
Yep. And then also like what it leads to as well is like when they get isolated, they actually enjoy being by themselves.
Yeah.
Like I done seen that where I'd have talked to somebody that was on a particular substance and they were so strung out on it to where like when you asked them to hang out, they didn't want to hang out because they was like, well, I just gonna go home and just be to myself. And you'd be like, you sure? You good? Yeah, I'm good, man. Like I get to focus on myself. No, don't nobody bother me. I'm good. And you be like, what? But that's what happens. Like it's like a chemical imbalance where like you just want to be by yourself. You just enjoy your own company. You don't want nobody to be around you, period, because you don't think nobody understands you.
Facts, man. And you know, which brings me to bullet point number 7, man. Bullet point like numbers. Well, yeah, 7. And this is real tough, DJ, because that's how my God was feeling. You know, lost of interest, friends, and hobbies.
Absolutely.
And this is crazy because it's really how he was feeling, because it was like, all right, Dirty, we finna go do this, or like, oh, we finna go to the gym to go hoop, man. You coming? Or, hey, we finna go to the gym. You know, so we finna go get it in, bro. Nah, bro, I'm good, man. You going without me today. You like, 7, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dirty, like, man, you missed like a whole week of the gym. Like, what's going on with you? But they're looking for that next high.
Yeah. And like I can relate to that because I got a friend that kind of went through the same thing to the point to where like he lashed out at people because he was on a particular substance, and because he lashed out so much that he lost people because of that.
Yeah.
And then like he used to be a really good basketball player, and when he started to take drugs, he slowly declined going to play basketball to the point to where like they'll call him and ask him to go, and sometimes he'll go and sometimes he won't go. Then it got to the point to where like now when you call him, he won't even answer the phone because he know what you're gonna ask him.
Exactly. And sometimes like their circle of friends change.
Yep.
You know, how they once probably used to hang around, let's say, people like us. Then they started hanging around people who does what they does. And they feel accepted in that world because they feel like they're not going to be judged. Like, you do what I do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No.
So, you know, like, it could be a loss of interest, you know what I'm saying, could be a symptom of depression, which is a common side effect to a degree. And It could be drug abuse. Even depression comes from the presence of someone that may not be interested in it, and the reward of stopping them from doing what they need to do or trying to get to that drug. So if I know that you're going to talk common sense to me, I don't want to be around you. Like, man, DJ gone, man. I want to hear that right now, bro. Like, bro, I'm hurting right now, man. Dog, bro, I'm like, dude, okay, come on, man. Like, man, I want to hear that. Do you got something for me? Okay, then, bro, I want to hear that. Or Will gone, bro. Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like, calm down, my G.
Yeah, and like I said, you're absolutely right, Al. When you said that, like people start to lose the friends that they were hanging out with, to hang out with new friends because of the fact that those friends support your habit as well as like your other friends don't support your habit.
Facts, man.
Now, that's crazy because like that's deep because I see that a lot where like your old friends, you had your old friends and then all of a sudden those friends disappear and then you made these new friends, but these new friends are worse than your old friends.
Yeah, worse than your old friends. Way worse.
Yeah.
You know, like way worse because now it's just like, dude, you know what? You're getting around somebody who does what you do and you feel like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm accepted in this world. Like, they smoke what I smoke or they pop pills like I pop pills. Like, they take what I take. And that's all they live for. Is, yeah, bro, this weekend I'm finna get messed up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, it's crazy, man, because then that's when, you know, like, they start losing the loss of hobbies now. So you're like, dude, like, you was the best music producer. Or, like, man, you was one of the best musical teachers, man. Like, you know, like, you don't teach no more?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Like, Magic ain't got time for that no more, bro. They lost interest because of the drug, man, which brings you to bullet point number 8.
Yep.
Struggling with limits.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one, too. But it gets overlooked a lot because a lot of people think, like, they don't have limitations. But but when you take those drugs, yes, you do.
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely do. Like, what happens is, like, you can't control or you lose control of the amount of substance that you're taking, first of all. And then after that, like, people get angry when they get cut off. I done seen that where like somebody will get cut off of a certain substance or like even at like a bar or something like that. If they get cut off of alcohol because that waitress or that bartender knows how they act when they have a little bit too much to drink, they'll cut them off and they'll react in a way where like it's unheard of. Like, I done seen people, like, say, like, I'll kill them or they'll kill them because they got cut off. And you be like, really? You gonna kill me because I got cut off?
Yeah.
Because I'm cutting you off? You cutting me off and now you're gonna kill me because I'm cutting you off. That doesn't even make any sense. How does that make sense to the mind?
No, I don't, man. You know, and it's funny that you mentioned that to the mind because, you know, it's another chemical I'm finna break down right here. It's called imperative control. Mm-hmm. And this is the use of a substance that is contained for addiction, which is called Diagnostics Statistic Manual and Mental Disorder, DSM. Specifically using a substance in larger amounts for an extended periods of time. And that could tend to, you know what I'm saying, make the body get latched on to want more. Mm-hmm. And it can also be a sign of a person that wants to stop, and they might mean well, but the body won't let them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now the body is used to that particular drug. So like how your dad used to always say, man, you know, like how they said, like the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Yep. He always said that.
Ooh, say it again now.
Say that again.
Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So you might have all the intentions to be like, you know what, man, I'm finna get it together. I'm finna get my life back in order. I'm finna do this or do that. But then you go right back to taking that particular drug and you feel right back good again. Now you feel like you're floating on the clouds. Or you're just floating on the clouds again.
Yep.
And, you know, that's struggling with limits.
Yeah, like I seen that happen with a few people too. Like I don't really know them per se, but like they had like tell me like, yeah, I'm getting myself together. I'm gonna stop doing this and I'm gonna stop doing that, and they'd be good for like 2 or 3 months, and then all of a sudden they'll slowly get back into it. And you know that they got back into it because you could see like they struggling to do certain things, or they starting to get a little bit lazy. You be like, bro, you back on that stuff? And they was like, man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Yeah, bro, I am.
Or some get on defensive.
Yeah.
Bro, man, what you mean? Dog, you judging me, dude? Bro, man, bro, that's what I'm talking about. Bro, like, you know what, bro? Like, I bet 100 I ain't doing that. You like, dude, calm down, dude. It's not even that serious. I just asked you a question. Because why? We could be going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lil Dirty might be struggling in finances.
Yeah, and then, like stuff, like, also what happens is, like, stuff that people used to do easily, they find it hard to do because they don't have the strength to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, if you used to lift certain things, you gonna have limits now because that drugs is in your system. So we're like, you ain't gonna be able to lift it, and even if you try to lift something a little bit less than that, or you try to do something a little bit easier than that, you'll have limits to that.
Most definitely, man. And, you know, like, you just be surprised, man, because it's just like people, you don't know what people are battling or dealing with, right? But when you struggling with limitations, it's like, so let's say they got some pills. Mm-hmm. And it goes to like, okay, I got 13 pills. I'm finna just take 3. I'm good. Like, I'm finna try to help myself. Like, I'm gonna try to wing off of it. It don't work like that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go to a clinic to really get some help. Because then they have to give you one drug to do what? Kill off another drug. Then you have to wing off that drug. I had homies that told me this. So when you start doing this, right, then it's going to feel good. Now because you're going to take another one because you know it's there. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to take another one. Then all of a sudden, you back hooked on again. You blazed out.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about bullet point number 9, DJ. People get very defensive.
They really do, man. This is crazy.
And they get defensive because you're telling them the truth.
Yeah.
So break that down for us, DJ.
Yeah. Like, what happens is, like, they think, like, they don't have a problem. So they go through a denial stage where, like, they think that they're not the problem. They think, like, they don't need no help. So what happens is, like, everything that you say, even if it's true, they'll take it personal.
Yep.
Or, like, they think, like, everyone is out to get them in a sense to where, like, almost to the point to where, like, they think somebody's trying to kill them. And you be like, bro, it ain't even that serious.
Man, or, you know, like, some people will swear that you took something from them.
Yep.
So, like, they've been in, like, so, like, 1 minute they cool. It's a perfect example. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, hey, bro, yeah, man, it's going down tonight. Yeah, bro, I feel you. That drug getting them. Bro, on my life, I could have swore you owe me like $20. You're like, dude, what are you talking about? Bro, that $20 they gave you 3 months ago. Bro, that was 3. Dude, is you serious? Bro, I'm just saying though, man, because you think I got a problem and you looking at me like, bro, man, I see how y'all looking at me. Man, I feel the energy in here, bro. You're like, dude, oh my. This cat is tripping. This is white. I mean, all the spirit. I'm just saying, bro.
Like a dog on rabies, man.
Right. Like, dude, calm down, my G. Like, stop saying bro like that. Like, calm down. Like, dude, like, why you so defensive? Because I'm asking you, like, dog, is you good? You've been nodding off like this. Yeah.
Going off them no.
Yeah, on the real, I was like, yeah. Oh, for real? That was... It gone again, and you like, hey, 7, like, you good? Hey, man, I'm good. You ain't think I'm sleeping? What's wrong with you, bro? You know what I'm like, oh, here we go. That's an example of being too defensive. Straight tripping, dog. Like, you like, man, like, you straight?
Yeah, like, you absolutely right, though.
or eating the edible, boy. They smiling, everything feel good. Yeah. Yeah. Going all crazy. Like, bro, you good?
He said, huh?
Nah, but yeah, like, man, they be tripping, though, man.
Nah, like, you absolutely right, though. Like, that's what I was finna say. you basically said it. Nah, but what happens is they do attack anyone that offends them or don't agree with them at all. Or they act sensitive about a lot of stuff.
Right.
that you said to them. Like, so instead of them reacting in a way where like they're mad, like you tell them the truth and they'll get depressed and sad. You be like, bro, you okay?
Hey, DJ, hey man, can I put you to the side for a minute? Like,
I know,
what's
right?
good? Bro, like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like 30 minutes ago, you said had to hurt my feelings, bro. I'm like, dog, is you good? Hey, stop that, man. It's like, bro, act like a cupcake. Come on, dog, bro, man, shake that off, bro. But that's a sign of drug addiction. Like, you know, he took something that made him super, like, emotional.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro, because, hey, look, man, I love you, man. Ain't nobody gonna do for you like me, bro. I love you, man. Like, now take my shirt off, man. I love you, man. Look, dog. I don't see people do this, man. This is serious, bro. It's serious, man. They get very defensive. They get emotional. You like, yeah, he buzzing.
I know, right?
He drunk or something.
No, but back on serious though. Like, what also happens too is, and people don't look at it like this, but like I've seen this happen personally. It's like you start to attack people you don't even know. So like you go off the deep end to the point to where like when that substance get in your system, now all of a sudden you got the courage to conquer everything to the point to where like somebody bump into you and you be like that you'll bump into that person and all of a sudden that person be like, hey, watch where you going. You be like, who you talking to? I'm talking to you. Oh, you don't want these problems. Oh, yes, I do. You better bring it on. And all of a sudden, now y'all in a big fight because now you got to prove your manhood because that courage got in your system now.
Yeah, just being too like defensive, man.
Yeah.
And you know, is you know, like that drug become necessary for survival just like it does with food and water.
Yep.
Because, you know, like the body is latched to it, which bring me to bullet point number 10. Excessive amounts of bruises and scabs.
Oh, yeah.
This is very overlooked. But why is that, though, DJ?
Man, it's overlooked because, like, a lot of people think, like, it can't go that far.
Yep.
Like, that's really the real reason. Like, a lot of people don't think that it'll get that far. Like, they don't think they'll take a substance and get to the point to where, like, they start to inflict pain on themselves. And that's what really happens. Like, they inflict pain on themselves, and they'll try to inflict pain on others. But they don't know that once that drug enter your system and once it reacts the way that it reacts and you start to inflict pain, you can't control that. Like, sometimes you just inflicting pain, and you be like, why are you doing that? And people be like, I don't know. They really don't know.
No, like, they really don't know. And some people, bro, is like, okay, it's naturally for us to be clumsy, and, you know, we do clumsy things at times. So that's for people who wear Crocs.
Yep.
I ain't gonna play those names. I ain't gonna point no elbows. For some of us people who wear Crocs, you know, I ain't gonna point no elbows. But, you know, like people who have like excessive scabs and bruises and stuff like that is a sign of addiction, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people who abuse like meth, amphetamine, a lot of people who have like drug addictions when it comes to like certain prescription drugs, you know what I'm saying? It could cause like certain patches of the skin leaving like open wounds. Some people scratch and itch a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like that could cause scabs and like all kind of stuff. And you know, like it could cause like loved ones to look out for signs of you maybe shooting up. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be like minor bruises or like little pluck marks and stuff like that. So when you see somebody who has those type of things on there, pay attention to that, because that's a sign of drug addiction or abuse.
Yeah, and you're right about that. Like when people take needles and stuff and they excessively take it, you start to see a bruise on them from that particular spot because they're constantly taking it from that spot.
Facts, man. And you know,
and then like what also happens is like you start to bruise easier than you used to.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy because like if you bump into something and you might feel it and it might hurt a little bit, but you ain't gonna see no bruise from it. But like if you have substances in your system and you've been taking that substance for so long, it gets to the point to where like you'll bump into something or something that hit you or or whatever, or you get into an accident or something like that, you'll end up bruising easily, or you'll end up bleeding easily.
Yeah, because of like the tissues, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the drugs, it's like eating like all the tissues like in the body, and like it's thinning out the blood cells, and you know that's what's causing like easy bruising and stuff like that. But also I got the last bullet point that I want to stick on for a minute, DJ.
Okay.
And this is serious right here.
Oh yeah.
People neglecting their hygiene.
Oh, I see that a lot too, man.
Because of drug use.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Like, basically, the reason why people like neglect their hygiene is because they start to get lazy, man. Because that drug is making them lazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not them being lazy. It's the drug that's making them be lazy. And like what they used to do before, like grooming and getting themselves together, they lack that because because they're too lazy to go do it.
Facts. And I'm gonna get to you with the Alan and DJ's final thought, man. And I go for myself, you know. My final thought is, you know, you want to take care of your hygiene, man. When people don't take care of their hygiene and little signs of like personality changes or anxiety, depression, like make sure you get that person some help. Ask them if they're okay. Don't judge them, you know. So make sure you get in a moment with them. Really feel what they're going through. People probably feel isolated and everything for a reason because they probably really feel like killing themselves. So, you know, just make sure like you talk to them, and if they get defensive, fine, let them. But just make sure that you're there for them because you never know what they're going through.
Mm-hmm. And for me, my final thought is like, pay attention to the signs, and by no means we're psychologists or we're doctors and we're going to diagnose people or anything like that. We're just giving you facts about what's going on, and we give you experience that we went through as far as like the drug addictions and stuff like that, and what we witnessed from all the drug addictions. And if you really do need help, man, seek a physician for help.
Exactly.
I'm being serious. Seek physicianal help.
Exactly. And you can find us on the Alan and DJ Show on gmail.com, the Alan and DJ Show on YouTube, and also the Alan and DJ Show on Facebook, our fan page. You can find William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook, and Alan Hutchinson on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, man, watch out for these signs. Don't get addicted to the drugs. Get addicted to the life, baby. Get addicted to the good things around you. Get addicted to the good Lord. Stay well. Stay healthy.
Peace.
Yeah.